It is Better Country 101.7 The Bull. Dirks Bentley, somewhere on a beach. Sounds like a really good place to be right now here. It is Wednesday morning into our 9 o'clock hour. My name's Wyatt. Hanging out with you guys here this morning, and we are joined by a special guest. We've got special guests every day this week here, folks. It has been one heck of a week, and this week it continues with a voice and a face you may remember back from the Snowbull days. I don't, because I wasn't back here yet quite for Snowbull, so this is my first time meeting her, but we've had great conversation off the air. Jocelyn joining us with the Self-Reliance group. You may remember we raised a little money for them with Snowbull here in 2024. Jocelyn, good to have you with us. How are you doing?
Hey, guys.
It's
doing great.
Good to have you back here with us here at 101.7 The Bull, and obviously very exciting time back there in March, opening up Snowbull with that check presentation for you guys, raising the money with the shirts here this year. And before we go into what that money is kind of being used for, let's kind of reintroduce yourself in case maybe some folks forgot what it is you guys do. Let's kind of reintroduce yourself a little bit then.
Yeah, so the Self-Reliance Group is a new community-focused nonprofit organization. We've got our mission centering around increasing health equity for a bunch of different groups, sectors, populations within our local community here. Obviously, we focused on veteran services and supports for Snowbull fundraising, but some of our other initiatives include dental outreach, youth supports, and personal hygiene and well-being.
That's right. So they're a very great group of folks, and definitely want to check them out. We'll talk a little bit about how folks can communicate with you guys here in a little bit, but let's talk a little bit more then about the veteran services in particular. That's what the money was raised for here in 2024 with Snowbull, and needless to say, you've been able to put that money to good use since getting it there in March, haven't you?
Yes, actually pretty quick, fast use. We were able to approve the purchase of all of the required tech supplies to be delivered down to the VFW, and we are hosting our first class for all local veterans to come on Saturday, May 25th from 9 to 10 a.m., again, down at that VFW location.
Okay, so check that out then on May 25th. That'll be a very exciting time. And then a couple of other things you and I were talking about. Let's talk the social aspect, what the money went to socially then for the veteran folks there.
So socially, we've had a partnership with a veteran in our community, and he's been hosting these long-standing peer support groups for area veterans. Kind of a veterans, if you know, you don't, right?
Right.
It's a high trust, high value group of people, and they like to be around people who understand themselves.
Okay.
So he's still running those support groups. Those meet monthly down at Messiah Lutheran on the first Tuesday of the month.
We're talking to Jocelyn with the Self-Reliance Group joining us here. Of course, you remember her from Snowbull back in March here on Better Country 101.7 The Bull. And one other thing that I see that the money that raised went to, and this is kind of something that may get overlooked or kind of something that people don't know about, is transportation costs. Why don't you explain a little bit more about that?
Yes, so transportation, in-county transportation for our local veterans is not currently funded through any funding pools. You can get to the Iowa City VA through funding pools, but you can't get to a Burlington VA clinic for any reason. So, because of that, we found it really hard to identify data to define demand, right?
Right.
And so when we reached out to the city of Burlington, we're like, hey, you've got a bus service. Would there be any opportunity to partner and create transportation access for our local veterans?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, that sounds like something we could do. So
Wonderful.
Starting June 1st, lasting through August 31st,
Okay.
any veteran in our local community can present either their VA healthcare card or their driver's license with their veteran's designation upon entrance at the bus, and then they can ride anywhere in our community for free.
That is fantastic right there, and it's all thanks to raising money from a T-shirt, and that's just incredible stuff. That is awesome. We're talking to Jocelyn from the Self-Reliance Group here on 101.7 The Bull, and for folks out there who either remember you guys or are hearing about you maybe for the first time, they weren't around in March when we were doing this kind of thing, but kind of want to get some more information. Where do they get information about you guys then?
Absolutely. We've got a website, but then we've also got a Facebook page that we post all of our upcoming services, supports, all that fun stuff. So the best place would be to reach out on Facebook, find that page. If you can't, go ahead and hop online, and all of our information will be there.
It's right there for you, and you can find out the cool things that these guys are doing. They're doing a lot of good things for the community, especially the veterans, and that was what the money went to for Snowbull here in 2024, and we can't thank them enough for doing what they do, and it's going to good uses. You guys have been very busy since March, and that's just awesome to see. Jocelyn, anything else you want to add before we let you go here today?
Spread the word. Hopefully, I'll be reaching out to local newspapers, posting on social media, communicating with city personnel, but obviously word of mouth. We're looking to define local demand, so the more people use it, the better picture we will have of what we need to plan for in the future.
And that's the word of mouth is one of the biggest spreaders of news, and that's certainly some good news that we need to share here, obviously, with the fine folks of the Self-Reliance Group. Jocelyn joining us here this morning. Jocelyn, as always, thanks for stopping by, and best of luck here as you continue on doing what you do.
Thanks so much.
We appreciate having her in here this morning. Let's get back to it. It's Kenny Chesney, his latest Take Her Home, 101.7 The Bull.